Hello everyone, this is Sumita Gupta. Welcome you all for my 17th lecture of electronic devices and circuit, that is concept of AC load line and amplification. Today we will learn the concept of AC load line and amplification, and we will understand the difference between the AC load line and DC load line. Okay. So first of all, if you remember my previous lecture, I have already explained you the concept of DC load line. In the DC load line, the AC supply was not there, only DC supply was there, and all the capacitors will be open circuit. Okay, what is the motive behind the DC load line? We have to find out the quiescent point, or we can say operating point, that is IC and DC. In the case of the AC load line, we used to apply AC along with the DC, and the purpose of AC load line is to find out the peak to peak voltage, or we can say maximum possible output swing for the amplifier. Okay, so let's start with the difference between AC equivalent circuit and DC equivalent circuit. See this. This is a circuit of biasing, or we can say voltage divider biasing circuit. Okay. Now, if we do DC analysis or DC biasing or DC equivalent circuit, if you remember the rule, for the case of DC, these capacitors will be open circuit. If this capacitors will be open circuit, then this AC signal will be disconnected here. Okay. So what happened? Only DC supply is there, and same with this load resistance is also disconnected. This is your DC equivalent circuit, and in this DC equivalent circuit, after doing the analysis, you will find the Q point, that is ICQ and BCQ. Okay. If you want to do more detail about this, so please watch my previous lectures. Now next, AC equivalent circuit. Now for AC equivalent circuit, these capacitors will be short circuit. This short circuit, this short circuit, this short circuit, and after this, DC supply will be zero, and this DC supply will be grounded. Okay, the DC is grounded, this capacitor is short circuit, this capacitor is short circuit, this capacitor is short circuit. Now do you understood? Now this capacitor short circuit, or role of this resistance will be zero. So this is like this. Now this RL is connected to ground, and this RC is connected to ground, and across this both will be parallel. So we can write here RC parallel RL, or is replaced by some different resistance RC, that is equals to RC parallel. Now same in this case, R1 is connected to ground, and this R2 is also connected to ground. So at this particular node, both resistors are connected to ground. So both resistors will behave as a parallel combination. So R1 parallel R2. Understood? Again listen carefully. For AC analysis, the capacitors will be short circuit, AC supply will be connected here, DC will be grounded. So at the base, resistance R1 parallel R2, and at the collector, RC parallel RL, and the ammeter, there is no resistance because due to the short effect, it is grounded. Okay. So this is the difference between the AC equivalent circuit and DC. But remember the concept, for DC, from DC equivalent circuit, what is the motive? To find out the Q point. And for AC equivalent circuit, what is the motive? To calculate the maximum swing. Okay. So if you have a quick overview of DC load line, if you remember, for DC load line, we apply the KVL in the right side equation, DCC minus ICRC minus DCE minus IERE equals to 0, and just we consider IP approximate equals to 0, so IC equals to IE. So rearranging in this equation, you will get the equation of IC, and if you compare this equation with straight line equation, y equals to mx plus c, so you will get the points x and y. X will be BC, y equals to IC, and now you want to find out these and points A and B. So once x will be 0, once y equals to 0. If x equals to 0 means BC equals to 0, this BC equals to 0, then IC equals to BCC upon RC plus RE, that is point A. If y equals to 0 means IC equals to 0 in this equation, then you will get BC equals to BCC. When you will join these 2 points, you will get a load line. Why it is called DC load line? Because the slope M is equals to minus 1 upon RC plus RE. These RC plus RE are the constant value or the DC value. That's why it is called as DC load line. Okay, again listen, the slope is proportional to DC load. That's why it's called as DC load line. Okay, that is the concept of DC load line when only DC is applied. The concept of AC load line, this was your AC equivalent circuit. Now AC signal is there. Okay, so for the difference between these two end points. Now in the previous case only quiescent current, this IC equals to DCC upon IC plus RE is your quiescent current ICQ. Okay, or we can say DC current, but AC analysis along with DC, some AC part will be there. So ICQ plus DCQ upon RC. Same in the B side, this was the DC voltage, DC quiescent voltage, but now some AC voltage will be added. Okay, when we join these 2 points, it is called load line, and now slope will be proportional to some AC signal, that is called AC load line. So if you compare, so this was the same. Remember, whatever points we are joining, these are the points in saturation and cutoff region. If you remember, the transistors works in 3 different regions: cutoff, saturation, and linear. Linear we can say active region. Okay, so transistor behave like an amplifier in only active region, this region. Okay, in cutoff region, transistor behave like off switch. In saturation region, transistor behave like an on switch. But in active or linear region, transistor behave like an amplifier. So load line means you are joining the points between cutoff point and saturation point. So keep in mind, the load line is drawn by joining saturation and cutoff point. Okay, and that region lies between these two is a linear region. The region between these 2 points is your linear region, or we can say active region. Transistor behave like an amplifier in active region. If the load line is drawn, only DC supply is there, no AC is, then it is DC load line. But when some input signal is applied along with DC, then AC load line. Okay, so that is AC load line versus DC load line. See the difference. These were the red one is your DC load line. Okay, while this was your ICQ, that is DCQ upon this. Wait a minute. This is your quiescent current ICQ, and this is your quiescent voltage DCEQ. DCEQ. Which one? This one. This one. Okay, this was your ICQ, and this is your DCQ. Now, in AC, what happened? Some ICQ plus some value was added. ICQ plus DCQ upon RC. So definitely this point will be shifted. Sorry. See here. In this is for ICQ plus DCC upon RC. Means it is definitely this point will be shifted. So this point will be here. Okay. Now here it was BCC in DC load, and BCQ was BCC, and BCC is always a maximum value. So for AC load line, this point is shifted here. Okay, when the joining these 2 points, this is your AC load line. But just pause the video for a second and just think about the Q point. Yes, Q point will not shift. Q point will be fixed. Whether it's AC load line, DC load line, Q point is at 1 point. Okay, so means if whatever the circuit you want to calculate the Q point, so just calculate the Q point with the DC analysis. Okay, so see, I have taken this figure from Google, but I have taken this figure from your reference book listed. Remember, this is your this is the case for the fixed bias, not with the voltage divider bias. Okay, and for fixed bias, these end points will be BCC upon RL and this BCC. The difference of these points only. Okay, this is your DC analysis and this is your EC analysis. Q point is fixed. Now I see the difference between both analyses. If I am taking this DC load line, so in DC load line, this was your input, okay, and this is your output. Okay. This is the output when I'm taking the DC load line. When I'm taking the DC load line. Now I'm talking about the AC one. So this is your AC load line. Okay, and when an AC load line, I am taking these points. One is this and one is this. See, this is your output. The both are same. This is DC voltage and this is also DC. So from this, we can understand the swing. What is the maximum possible output voltage? Okay, so remember, AC load line is to calculate the maximum swing and DC load line is to calculate the Q point. In the next lecture, we will we will do the AC analysis of common emitter amplifier using the hybrid model. So if you like it, please like it. Keep learning. God bless you.